happened when the wind and rain came in there.
Donald Trump's business has often boasted about his business ties with Saudi Arabia. Now those ties are under scrutiny as the president faces calls for a tougher response to the kingdom's government following the disappearance and possible killing of one of its biggest critics, journalist and activist Jamal Khashoggi. Trump said Friday he will soon speak with Saudi Arabia's king about the disappearance. A man who was injured when a tree fell on his trailer at the NC State Fair Thursday night returned to work for the fair's opening on Friday. Goalie Boggs says he has some bruises and he's sore, but that couldn't stop him from working on opening day. He told WTVD why.
I like, working, doing the gate stuff, and you meet so many nice people.
The 67-year-old retired Nightdale fire chief has been working as a gate attendant at the North Carolina State Fair for the past 6 years. A North Carolina couple on the run from drug charges for nearly 19 years are in custody after law officers tracked them down to a beach resort in western Mexico. U.S. Marshals Service said Friday that agents last week arrested 61-year-old Robert Edward Freer and his wife, 52-year-old Wendy DeHaven Freer. You're listening to NCN News.
I'm in the car next to you on the highway, heading to work. I sit in front of you on the bus. I work in the office down the hall and stand next to you in the elevator. We've known each other for years, and I've told you a lot about my life. But of all the things you know about me, here's one you don't. I'm one out of every 6 Americans, and I'm struggling with hunger. This isn't an incurable disease. It's not an uncontrollable epidemic. There's enough food in this country to feed every hungry person. This problem is closer than you think. Fortunately, so is the solution. Please visit feedingamerica.org today and find your local food bank for ways to help. Every dollar you donate helps provide 7 meals for those around you, quietly struggling with hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
First Lady Melania Trump is speaking out about her marriage and all those rumors. CBS News' Allison Keyes has the story.
First Lady Melania Trump says she loves her husband and that she has much more important things to think about than reports that he cheated on her with a porn star or other women. Mrs. Trump told ABC that she knows people and the media like to speculate about their marriage and circulate the gossip. That, she says, sells newspapers and magazines. Mrs. Trump says the repeated rumors about his cheating are not a concern or focus for her. Allison Keyes, CBS News, Washington.
North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper is paying tribute to former Republican House co-speaker Richard Morgan as someone he worked with to find common ground during divided state government. Cooper directed Friday that U.S. and North Carolina flags fly at half-staff through late Sunday, the day of Morgan's funeral. Morgan died Wednesday at age 66. The two served in the legislature together. An apology from the Chancellor of UNC Chapel Hill for the school's use of slaves back in the 18th and 19th centuries. Carol Folt's apology came during the annual University Day address, noting the school's lengthy history.
Our full acknowledgement of the strength of enslaved peoples in the face of their suffering, and our respect and indebtedness to them. And I reaffirm our university's commitment to facing squarely and working to right the wrongs of history so they're never again inflicted.
The founding member and former bassist of the rock band Three Doors Down has been sentenced to 10 years in Mississippi State Prison for possession of a firearm by a felon. Jackson County Circuit Court Judge Robert Krebs gave Todd Harrell the maximum penalty during a hearing Thursday. The band, which has had hits including Kryptonite, suspended
24/7 WCAB is serving the foothills of the Carolinas. Learn more about us at www.wcab59.com. From ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. The disappearance and alleged torture and murder of Washington Post reporter Jamal Khashoggi by a Saudi hit squad at the Saudi consulate in Turkey is raising new questions. ABC's Terry Moran has details.
Khashoggi, a columnist for the Washington Post living in the U.S. and a frequent critic of the Saudi regime, entered the consulate 10 days ago, seeking official documents related to his upcoming wedding. Hours earlier, according to reports in the Turkish media, a private jet had arrived from Saudi Arabia, 9 men on board, one of 2 planes allegedly linked to the operation. Then, after Khashoggi had been inside for 2 hours, 2 black vehicles are seen them leaving the back entrance, purportedly the hit squad. They're traced to the residence of a top Saudi official, while Khashoggi's fiancée waits for him outside the consulate.
Saudi Arabia denies the allegations. American pastor Andrew Brunson has been released from Turkey and is expected to arrive in Washington today. He's scheduled to meet with President Trump. A Turkish court convicted him of terrorism-related charges but sentenced him to time served. President Trump, holding another rally last night in Ohio, spoke about his release.
The president speaking to another packed campaign crowd and claiming credit for bringing jailed pastor Andrew Brunson back from Turkish detention.
We secured the release of Pastor Andrew Brunson.
But in fact, it was a Turkish court and not the president who freed Brunson, saying he was out on good behavior. Mr. Trump says he will meet with the pastor in the Oval Office this weekend. Andy Field, ABC News.
At least 17 people in several states now confirmed dead from Hurricane Michael. Panama City's Bay Medical Sacred Heart Hospital also sustained damage, and the most vulnerable patients were moved.
We were sending our patients to Pensacola, Mobile, Alabama, and to Jacksonville, other Sacred Heart hospitals.
Hospital CEO Scott Campbell, search and rescue teams still working in the Florida Panhandle looking for survivors. You're listening to ABC News.
Have you ever thought about saying goodbye to your job? Just walking into your boss and saying, I quit. And how would you like to commute to work without ever leaving your home? Well, not long ago, a 39-year-old entrepreneur from a billionaire family spent $20 million in 3 years to find the best home-based business in North America. He researched 70 different companies, and when he found the only one that had real long-term potential, he bought it. And right now, he's looking for people to help him turn this company into his next billion-dollar success story. So if you're serious about making money from home without having to leave your home, well, grab a pen. Because I'm about to give you the address of a website where you can learn all about this unique and rare opportunity. Write this down, www.goherenext.com. Now get on your computer and go to this site now. Part-time or full-time, your income is based totally on your performance. Interested? GoHereNext.com and say goodbye to your boss tomorrow. GoHereNext.com.
Former Vice President Joe Biden in Indiana Friday, campaigning for Senator Joe Donnelly, who's up for re-election next month. Vice President Biden at a rally in Hammond urging voters to support Democrats in the midterms.
In just 2 days this week,
Folks, we know who Donald Trump is. We know. But here's the deal, guys. The public has to know who we are as Democrats.
Vice President Mike Pence also in Indiana campaigning for GOP candidate Mike Braun in Indianapolis. Your portfolio may have taken a hit following a roller coaster week on Wall Street.
In just 2 days this week, 1,300 points were wiped out from the Dow. The benchmark S&P was down more than 5%, and the Nasdaq briefly entered correction territory. Things turned around a bit Friday, the Dow closing up 287 points.
ABC's Mark Rimillard. Friday night's Mega Millions drawing worth an estimated $548 million. Still up for grabs. ABC's Todd Ant has more.
Across America with mega jackpots.
Not one single ticket matched the white balls 4, 24, 46, 61, and 70, plus the gold mega ball 7. So Tuesday's Mega Millions jackpot, which has not had a winner since late July, is estimated at a whopping $654 million. That amount would be the second largest prize in the history of the game. The cash payout, a little over $372 million.
ABC's Todd Ant. This is ABC News.
A good night's sleep starts with the right pillow. That's where MyPillow comes in, and we're excited to announce the new 4-pack special. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the 4-pack special tab, and save 50% off the 4-pack, which includes 2 MyPillow premiums and 2 Go Anywhere pillows. Use promo code SKY at checkout or call 1-800-635-1825. That's 1-800-635-1825. Or go to MyPillow.com, click the 4-pack special tab, and use promo code SKY at checkout.
Deer season has arrived, and Oakland Feed and Seed has what you need for the season. Buck jam and buck forage oats, 6-way deer forage mix, and 5-way deer forage mix. Check on the winter peas, molasses, 1 gallon and 2.5 gallon. Oakland Feed and Seed carries chicory, deer greens, dried molasses, beet juice, and more. If you're a deer hunter or want to be, go see Oakland Feed and Seed. Also, grass season is coming soon, and you can be ready with 17-17-17 fertilizer and 10-10-10 fertilizer, K31 fescue, and 5-star turf fescue. Make Oakland Feed and Seed your first stop because they have it all. Oakland Road, Spindale.
A weak disturbance will leave us with some patchy cloudiness early on today. Otherwise, we'll see mostly sunny skies to start the weekend and should be mild with a northwest breeze and low humidity. Highs today will reach about 66 to 71. Tonight, we'll call it fair in the evening, then partly cloudy and chilly later with lows in the mid to upper 40s. On Sunday, we'll see a mix of clouds and sun. We'll have a slight chance of a sprinkle or two, mainly toward the foothills. Highs about 64 to 69. I'm Mike Moss in the Weather Center.
Taking a look at our extended weather forecast into next week, slight chance that we could pick up some scattered rain showers on Monday. Otherwise, partly sunny, a high Monday afternoon around 77. About a 40% chance of scattered showers on Tuesday. I have quite a few clouds on Tuesday, a high near 76. Becoming partly sunny by midweek on Wednesday, a high expected around 72, and then lots of sunshine Thursday and Friday. Afternoon highs Thursday and Friday should be up around 68. Now this morning we are waking up to partly cloudy skies. The wind now has picked up a bit out of the north. Good breeze blowing outdoors. Current temperature rating here in Rutherfordton at the WCAB Radio Studios on Whiteside Road is now up a little bit, up to 55. Started off an hour ago at 53. We're already on the rise, up to 55 currently here in Rutherfordton. A quick look at last night's high school football Friday night scoreboard. We had a couple of wins, had a couple of losses for our county teams. Chase got a win last night at home over East Gaston. Chase 33, East Gaston 7. Thomas Jefferson Classical Academy celebrating homecoming in Avondale last night. The Griffins are 8-0 this morning. They defeated Highland Tech by a score of 68 to 12. Other two teams did not fare as well. Homecoming both at RS Central and at East Rutherford last night. Shelby defeated the Hilltoppers of Central 55 to 7, and it was South Point handing East Rutherford its first loss of the year. That was a 35 to 24 win last night for the Red Raiders over the Cavaliers. Coming up later today, college football action here on WCAB. 5 o'clock today for the countdown to kickoff. Kickoff between the University of North Carolina Tar Heels and the Virginia Tech Hokies will be just after 7 o'clock this evening. You can follow all of the play-by-play action right here on the Tar Heel Sports Network on the Foothills Most Sports. AM 590, FM 100.9, WCAB. Rutherfordton. FM translator service provided on W265DW at 100.9. It's time to take a look at this morning's obituary announcements. And this morning I have two obituaries to report. 93-year-old Mrs. Ida Virginia Watkins Cobb of Cliffside passed away on Friday, September 14th at the Oakland Living Center. Survivors include her loving daughter and son-in-law, Kathy and David Chauncey of Caroline. Also several grand and great-grandchildren. Her brother, Joe Watkins, his wife, Debbie. Also brother-in-law, Dan Wortman, and sister-in-law, Frances Cobb. Virginia was a lifelong resident of Cliffside. Spent her adult years serving the community both in the Cliffside Mill and the J.C. Cowan plant, using her accounting gift in payroll. She was also a member of the Caroline United Methodist Church. A service to celebrate her life will be held at the Caroline United Methodist Church this morning, beginning at 11 o'clock. There will be no formal visitation. In lieu of flowers, the family is asking that memorial contributions be made to the Caroline United Methodist Church Building Fund or to the Chase Corner Ministries. An online guest registry is available at harrelsonfuneralhome.com. Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Services has been entrusted with the arrangements for Mrs. Ida Virginia Watkins Cobb of Cliffside. 34-year-old Heather Foss Lovelace of Bethany Church Road, Forest City, passed away on Sunday, October 7th at her residence. She was a native of Michigan, the daughter of David Bryan Foss Sr. and Robin Louise Connolly Foss of Boiling Springs, South Carolina. Heather worked as a tutor, was a faithful member of the Danieltown Baptist Church, where her husband is the pastor. In addition to her parents, she is survived by her husband, the Reverend Creighton Lovelace, also a brother, David Foss Jr. of Spartanburg, father-in-law, Tommy Lovelace of Sunshine. A memorial service will be held this afternoon, beginning at 3 o'clock at the Danieltown Baptist Church. Family will be at the residence on Bethany Church Road in Forest City. An online guest registry is available at PatchettKing.com. The Patchett & King Mortuary and Crematory is in charge of the arrangements for Mrs. Heather Foss Lovelace of Bethany Church Road in Forest City. That is a look at our Saturday morning obituary announcements. Momentarily, I will head to the telephone. We'll check in with local law enforcement agencies and our own team of radio reporters. They are scattered all over Rutherford County. We'll get up to date with what happened last night, what's in store for the weekend, and bring you up to date on the many community events and activities happening this weekend. You are listening to the Saturday Morning Report here on 100.9 FM, 590 AM. This is WCAB.
The entire team at Crow's Funeral Home and Cremation Services can help you with options available. They will help you find a balance between the emotional, spiritual, and financial needs of your loved one. During this time, it's important to turn to someone you can trust and depend on. Crow's Mortuary and Crow's Mortuary and Crematory has a long history of trust and dependability. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory. That's 286-2304.
You deserve a smarter energy future now. That's why Duke Energy is investing in advanced technology that improves reliability and helps prevent outages. That strengthens the grid against everything from storms to cyber attacks. Moves the most vulnerable lines in the ground and adds more solar. Because you deserve stronger, cleaner, more reliable energy, and we're determined to deliver it. We're Duke Energy, and we're building your smarter energy future today. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
It is 15 minutes past 7 on this Saturday morning, and let's make our first call of the weekend to the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department, and that's where we'll find Deputy Weathers on duty this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, doing pretty good. And what's been happening at the Sheriff's Department?
For the past 24 hours, the Sheriff's Office has responded to 145 calls for service. The jail has processed 9 arrests, and there's currently 195 housed in our detention facility. On our incident reports, we have a Collison Horton of Colony Lane and Bostic, reporting larceny of motor fuel. And we have Anita Johnson of Bostic reporting injury to personal or real property. Someone spun donuts in her yard, damaging her grass. And we have a Michael Jennings of North Glen Street in Ellenburg reporting a damage to personal property. Somebody threw eggs at his Toyota Tacoma. On our arrest reports, we have a Johnny Mac Harris of Mooresboro. He was served with orders for arrest for failure to appear on felony, possession of marijuana up to half an ounce, possession of drug paraphernalia. He received a $20,000 secured bond. A Sandra Couch of Rellerton was arrested for possession of Schedule II controlled substance and received a $10,000 unsecured bond. A Kyle Cox of Rutherford was arrested for violation of a domestic violence protection order. He received a 48-hour hold. And William Snyder of Jacobs Lane was arrested for failure to appear on a misdemeanor, and he received a $5,000 secured bond, and that's all we have for you today.
And we do appreciate the update and hope you have a good weekend.
Thank you. You too.
That's Deputy Weathers reporting in this morning from the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department. 16 minutes past 7 o'clock. If you enjoy good music, well, why not enjoy it with one of the finest, a country music, a bluegrass legend. Well, this afternoon at the Ellenboro Elementary School, you are invited to enjoy the music of our very own Dan Padgett. Dan grew up in Ellenboro. He became a well-known banjo player. He's appeared on numerous radio and TV stations. He's been on the Grand Ole Opry. He's worked with Earl Scruggs and Snuffy Jenkins, who taught him the three-fingered picking style. Last year, Dan Padgett received the prestigious Order of the Longleaf Pine Award. A 2009 inductee into the Country Music Hall of Fame, he will be performing this afternoon. The music starting at 2 o'clock at the Ellenboro Elementary School, and you are invited to bring along your banjo, guitar, or fiddle, and you can jam along with Dan Padgett. What an opportunity. Now, the doors will open at 12 noon, and there will be a barbecued meal catered by Gregory's of Rutherfordton. Those barbecue plates available at $10 per plate. It's going to be free admission to the music. Certainly, this is going to be a great event today. Beautiful weather. Of course, the event indoors, but your opportunity not only to hear Dan Padgett play, but also to play along with Dan. Once again, the doors open at noon. That barbecued dinner served up by Gregory's of Rutherfordton, $10 per plate. The music starting at 2 o'clock. Free admission to the music there at the Ellenboro Elementary School today. It's 18 minutes past 7. We have partly cloudy skies. It's currently 55 degrees in Rutherfordton.
Save-A-Lot Grocery, White Oak Plaza, Spindale has hundreds of super low prices on most of your favorite name brand items. They have 500 plus prices lowered across the entire store. Stock up on fresh meats, produce, frozen foods, snack foods, and your favorite beverages and pastries. Open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 9, Sunday, 10 to 8. Save-A-Lot Grocery, White Oak Plaza, Spindale.
Have you heard the three big lies about Medicaid eligibility? First, if you need a nursing home, Medicaid will take your house. That's not true. Second, if you transfer assets, you have to wait 60 months to qualify. That's not true. And third, if you're already in a nursing home, it's too late to protect your assets. That's not true. Please call attorneys Gerald N. Willis, Ken Polvin, or Martin Girard at the Arledge Law Firm for a free consultation and learn the truth about Medicaid and eligibility and nursing home care in North Carolina. It's more likely than you think that you may qualify and not lose everything you own. Call the Arledge Law Firm today at 287-3338, located on East Court Street in Rutherfordton. Again, that's 287-3338.
Well, thank you, Jim. It is 20 minutes past 7. Next call of the morning. Let's check in at the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department 911 Communications Center. That's where we'll find Candy. Good morning, Candy.
Good morning.
What do you have to report this morning?
In the past 24 hours, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office 911 Communications Center processed 449 911 calls and administrative calls, which consisted of 34 for EMS, 24 for rescue. For law enforcement, the Sheriff's Office had 145, Forest City had 93, Robertson had 25, Lakeville had 17, and Spindle had 63. Our fire calls, Boston responded to a motor vehicle accident, Forest City to an industrial fire alarm, Rutherford to a motor vehicle accident, and SDO to a motor vehicle accident, and that's all we had.
And we do appreciate the update this morning. Hope you have a good weekend.
Thank you, you too.
Thanks, Candy.
Bye-bye.
That's Candy reporting in this morning from the 911 Communications Center. Hey, are you in the mood for a fish fry? Enjoy good fish? Well, the Big Springs Baptist Church up in the Hollis community. They are having their 10th annual Brotherhood Fish Fry this evening. They'll start serving at 4 this afternoon. They will continue until 7 o'clock tonight. Now, if for some reason, I cannot imagine, but if for some reason you do not particularly care for fish, they also will be serving up chicken tenders. Now, the food, the desserts, they are great. And this is the Brotherhood's annual fundraiser event for their local benevolence projects. Cost of the meal, it's a donation of your choice. Once again, that's the fish fry tonight, 4 until 7. This will be at the Big Springs Baptist Church, located in the Hollis community. Let's see, momentarily we will head up toward Lake Lure and find out things are nice and cool up that way this morning. Probably Homer on duty this morning up at the Rumbling Bald Golf and Beach Resort. We'll make that call next, here on the Saturday Morning Report on WCAB.
Farm Bureau Insurance doesn't hire celebrities to push auto coverage. We think people might like to make decisions based on service and savings, not just because that guy from that show says it's a good idea. Instead of faces you know from your TV, we offer faces you know from your neighborhood, because we're headquartered in North Carolina with local agents right in your town. That's really the only thing we want to be famous for. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
All right, apologize for
it can be a tough call when it comes time to provide daycare services for an aging parent or loved one. Rutherford Life Care can be just what you're looking for. Rutherford Life Care offers adults a safe and fun place during the day for medical monitoring, nutritional meals, and daily activities. Rutherford Life is licensed by the State of North Carolina Division of Aging. Call them today and let them answer questions you may have. That's 288-1697, 288-1697. Rutherford Life offers a staff of professionals who show the love and compassion that you entrust your loved ones to. That's Rutherford Life Care Services, located on Thunder Road, Spindale. Again, that phone number is 288-1697.
24 minutes past 7. Sometimes Jim starts talking even when I didn't think he was going to. It's amazing. Hey, let's head up toward Lake Lure this morning. Let's check in at the Rumbling Bald Golf and Beach Resort. That's where we'll find Luther this morning. Good morning, Luther.
Luther passed me the phone. This is Homer.
Oh, Luther chickened out on me.
Yeah, he passed the ball.
Well, Homer, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing pretty good. How are y'all?
Pretty good. I love this cooler weather.
Yes. Some people don't like this cooler weather.
Oh, no, this feels like fall. This feels like October.
Well, Luther, he's cold-natured. I think he's a little chilly right now.
Yeah, he had the mic fright this morning.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I like it. We're just now getting the morning started. It's a little breezy up here down here in the valley. Kind of cloudy, sort of look like a rain cloud, but it's just breezy and real cloudy over the mountain here. Still kind of dark out. Temperature is pretty mild, 57 at midnight, and currently it is still 57. Like I said, we got a pretty good breeze up here. Golf courses has been busy, both courses. After all that rain, everybody's ready to get out and play a little bit. Got a couple of announcements here on our bulletin board. The Mary B. Mullins Bible Camp is having their fish fry today. Starts at 11 o'clock until sold out. A lot of people's already talking about going. They went before and they really liked the food, so I think they're going to have a pretty good crowd for that event. Also, the White House Community Center is having a prime rib dinner with the band. That's next Saturday, October 20th. That's from 5 until 7. So we got another week to go before we get to that one. Got a beer busy weekend for weddings. Got quite a few people staying here at the resort. Looks like it's going to be a pretty good day and an overall weekend.
All right. I bet if we have these cooler temperatures over the next week or so, I bet we'll start to see some of the leaves changing colors pretty soon.
Yeah, I think they will. Just talked to a buddy of mine. He works up in Banner Elk, North Carolina. He says it's 39 degrees up there.
Okay, that's a little bit cold.
Yeah, he's an hour and a half north of here, and he said it's 39, so I don't think I'll be going up in there.
Yeah, that's a much higher elevation, too.
Yeah,
that makes a big difference.
Yep, 39 is pretty chilly for this time of the year.
Yeah, I like this 50 stuff. 50 stuff is good.
About where it's at right now is what I like about it.
Yeah. Well, Homer, appreciate the update this morning. I hope you have a great weekend.
Thank you. You do the same.
Okay, thanks, Homer.
Bye-bye.
That's Homer. He's up at the Rumbling Bold Golf and Beach Resort up on the shores of Lake Lure. Well, people in this part of the South like to do business with local home folks. Folks who grew up here. Folks who invested in their business here. Folks who raised their children here. And folks who live close by and will remember and even take care of you after the sale is complete. Now, I think that's some of the reasons why Gerald, Lynn, and Clayton Tony have done so well over the years at Southern Carpet, 1512 West Main Street in Forest City. In addition to offering quality material and workmanship, the Tonys have set out to be the best they can be in the carpeting and the floor covering business, above board with all transactions, always giving an honest and a fair deal. Now, when Clayton joined into the family business, he shared the same work ethic. Work hard, treat people fair, sell good merchandise at good prices. Now, those are some of the many reasons behind the enormous success behind Southern Carpet and Floor Covering at 1512 West Main Street in Forest City. You'll find them directly across the road from the North State Gas Company. Now, be sure to look them up online. They have a website set up at southerncarpet.net. You can also look Southern Carpet up on Facebook. Go to Facebook, type in Southern Carpet Forest City. It will take you to their page. I always encourage folks to click on the thumbs up, give the Tonys another like. They offer free estimates, expert installation. They do the job well. They know their carpeting and their floor covering products. Southern Carpet, 1512 West Main Street in Forest City.
The Recliner Center is happy to introduce new styles of Spring Air mattresses. Some come with the cool gel that you're going to love. Remember the days when you could flip your mattress? Well, Spring Air is now offering the flippable mattress. Check out these for a really great night's sleep. The Recliner Center is needing to make room for some new styles of lift chairs, recliners, and sofas, and you're going to get some special deals on the floor models and extra inventory in the store. Now, you always know you get the best deals in town at the Recliner Center, and now's the best time to go shopping. Check on the inventory of new recliners, sofas, and lift chairs coming in. Now, some of the styles have a new water-repellent fabric. Water beads up instead of soaking into the fabric. Leave it to the Recliner Center to offer you the best choices and best prices. Ask to see the new wall hugger style of furniture. Hours are Wednesday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturday 9 to 2. The Recliner Center on Cooper's Gap Road in Rutherfordton.
Well, thank you, Lou. 7:30 on this Saturday morning. It is October 13th. What do you say we head over to the Cherry Mountain Fire District? That's over near Bostic, Sunshine, Golden Valley. That's where we check in with Sue Price. Good morning, Sue.
Good morning.
It is a beautiful fall morning.
It is. It really is. I'm starting out at 54, so that's a good temperature for October the 13th.
It feels a little bit more like normal, yeah.
Yeah, it does. Those hot days in October were kind of weird.
Yeah, too hot and way too humid.
But anyway, fall's here, and we're going to have some nice days, and then we'll have some cold weather coming up, but that'll be all right, too. We'll just bundle up and go with it. And hope sometime we'll get some snow.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get a little bit this year.
I know. I always hate it when they don't get a snow for the kids. I can remember when I was growing up, we used to get quite a few, seemed like. But don't do that anymore. But anyway, we'll maybe get some, enough to make some snow cream anyway.
Yeah. Well, don't do it with the first snow. You got to wait for the second.
Well, we'll see. Well, let's see. I didn't have any calls from the fire department. I don't have any birthdays or anniversaries on my calendar today. Fairview's got a birthday for Travis Van Dyke, and tomorrow for Jimmy Sursland, and let's see, I didn't have any for tomorrow either. All right, let's see, First Broad, let's see, they don't have anything today or tomorrow, so we don't have very many celebrating over this way, but we hope anybody that's having a birthday or anniversary will have a real good day. And in my announcements, the Big Springs Baptist Church will be having their 10th annual fish fry. And that's tonight, or starting at 4 o'clock and going to 7. And they'll have fish and all the trimmings, desserts, and drinks. And this is to support their local missions. This is sponsored by the Brotherhood of First Broad, Big Springs. And it's for donations only, so come on out and have a good supper, good fellowship, and make a good donation for their missions. Help them out with that. They do a good work. The Campbell reunion is coming up tomorrow at Duckins Creek Presbyterian Church. Lunch at 1 p.m., so come on out, all you relatives and friends of the Campbells, and we'll enjoy a good time together and some good food. And so far, that's the only announcements I have. It's just quiet and calm over here, looking for a good day and a good weekend. I hope you'll have one, Jay.
I hope you do as well. Did Richard enjoy his birthday yesterday?
He did. He had a good birthday.
Well, good.
Some friends from Georgia come up and took us out for supper and had a good meal and good time together.
Well, that is fantastic. That is a good way to celebrate a birthday.
It is. We went over to the Far City Fish Camp, had some good fish.
Oh, it's always good eating.
Yes, it is. But he had a good birthday, got some pretty cards, and just had a good time. 83 years old, so.
No. That's 83 years young, Sue. Okay. 83 years young.
Okay. Whatever you say. I'm feeling these years, though. I'll be 80 come November 1st, so it's hard to believe. Didn't ever think I'd make it that far, but we never know.
Oh, you've got a lot more good years still to come.
We hope so.
Yep.
You have a good day.
Okay, thanks, Sue.
Bye-bye.
That's Sue Price reporting in this morning from over in the Cherry Mountain Fire District. That's near Bostic, Sunshine, and Golden Valley.
Get ready for those hot summer months driving with a stop at RS Speedy Lube, Railroad Avenue. The Express Inspection Station gets you back on the road and keeps you legal. Speedy Lube has 2 lanes to serve you, gets you in and out in no time, and vacuum your car while the oil is being changed, air conditioner checked, transmission flushed, wiper blades replaced if needed, even a top-of-the-line car wash, all at RS Speedy Lube and Inspection Station, Railroad Avenue in Ruth. Take care of that car and have a safe trip.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable. Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
WCAB Rutherfordton.
Okay, I had to try a couple of times, but I think on the second try, we have a good connection to Union Mills this morning, and I think we have a good line now as we make connections with Brenda Kelly up in Union Mills. Good morning, Brenda.
Good morning. How are you on this super Saturday morning?
Hey, you sound a whole lot better than you did just a minute ago.
Yeah, that's AT&T for you. It's been like this, and it's been reported, and it's everywhere. And it's aggravating. You get a call, and you can't hear nothing but static and roaring, and
Yeah, it was making quite a noise whenever I called you the first time, but then I called back, and it sounds good right now.
Yeah, so we just have to take whatever comes, but it's been reported. I don't know when they'll get it fixed. If it was us owing them money, they'd done cut us off. But anyway, it is what it is. I can't change it.
Well, you sound good right now.
Well, that's good. I'm glad. And I'm the cold place this morning. Of course, I'm always colder than anybody else. I've got 46 degrees on the front porch.
Oh, that's a little bit chilly.
Yeah, but I'm up here in the middle of the woods, so I guess all the trees and stuff keeps it cooler. I don't know. So, but I've got 46 degrees, and birthdays today. We've got Jennifer Selvey, Lily Camp, Stephanie Ford, and tomorrow on the 14th we got Kennedy Lale and Rick and Lori Hauser an anniversary. On Round Hill, I don't have anything, so we hope all these people have a great old big day on their special day. And in ways of announcements, we got a birthday breakfast going on as we speak at the Gilkey School Community Center, and it'll go to 10 a.m., and adults is $6, kids 6 to 12 is $3, 6 and under free. All you can eat, sausage, bacon, liver, mush, gravy, and biscuits, and all the trimmings. And proceeds go to help rebuild the old Gilkey School. And then on Saturday the 20th from 9 a.m. to 11 in the morning at the Gilkey School Community Center, they're going to give away coats, gloves, blankets. They have some diapers. So if you're in need of any of that, you can go there and get that. And then the Piedmont Pleasant Hill Community Club is going to have a barbecue chicken supper with all the trimmings and big salad bar. This is October the 20th. Adults is $10. Children 12 and under is $5. 6 and under eat free. Then we got a prime rib dinner with a live band Saturday, October the 20th, 5 to 7 p.m. at the White House Community Center on Painters Gap Road in Union Mills. Adults $13.50, kids 5 to 10, $7.50, under 5 eat free. They're going to have prime rib, mashed potatoes, corn, green beans, rolls, ice cream, and assorted desserts, tea, and coffee. And all profits go for the upkeep of building an outdoor recreation area that is open to the public. And I think that's all I got so far.
We have good food all over the county this weekend.
Yes, we do. I'm telling you. There's some good cooks in this county.
Yeah, a lot of good eating, a lot of good food.
Yeah, that's for sure. So just pick you one and go out and enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a shame you can't hit all of the different dinners and.
Well, yeah, you can't do them all. No.
No, I don't think it's possible.
No, but we hope everybody can will go out and support who they can and enjoy the weekend. I'm like Sue. I'm enjoying these cooler days.
Oh, I do. This is so much better than the heat, the humidity.
Oh, I know it. I think we could stand the heat if it wasn't for the humidity.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, that's the humidity that gets you. It's just like, I don't know, walking through steam or something.
Yeah, like a brick oven.
Yeah. But I don't know of anything else going on up this way. That's all I got so far.
All right. Well, it looks like it's going to be a good weekend, so I hope you have a good one.
Well, I hope you do too.
All right. I'll talk to you again next week.
Okay. Catch you later.
Okay. Thanks, Brenda. That's Brenda Kelly reporting in this morning from up in Union Mills. Hey, it's a great day for a fall festival, and folks out at the Pleasant View Community Church, they're located on Michael Drive just off of Doggett Road in rural Forest City. They're having a fall festival today, starting at 4 o'clock this afternoon, continues until 7 o'clock this evening. They have games, a cake walk, a cake auction. They also have all kinds of other activities, and they have a meal starting at 5 o'clock. It is a fish and chicken fry. Proceeds go to the Golden Bunch Group. Fall Festival this afternoon. That is at the Pleasant View Community Church, Michael Drive, just off Doggett Road. Right there, just off of Bethany Church Road as you head out Doggett Road towards Sandy Mush. Turn off there on the right, and you will see the Pleasant View Community Church. It is 18 minutes now before 8 o'clock. One more call left to make. We'll travel down to Ellenboro, check in with Luther Sweet Thing Gillikin next.
You deserve a smarter energy future now. That's why Duke Energy is investing in advanced technology that improves reliability and helps prevent outages. That strengthens the grid against everything from storms to cyber attacks, moves the most vulnerable lines underground, and adds more solar. Because you deserve stronger, cleaner, more reliable energy, and we're determined to deliver it. We're Duke Energy, and we're building your smarter energy future today. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Get the first weather forecast every morning at 6:05 here on AM 59 WCAB Rutherfordton.
As promised, it's Sweet Thing time on this Saturday morning. Let's travel down to Ellenboro and touch base with Luther Gillikin. Good morning, Luther.
Good morning, you two. A nice, brisk morning.
It feels like fall.
It does. What, about 47, 48 degrees out there? What's temperature this morning?
Oh, now I'm up to 55 here in Rutherfordton.
55.
You may be a bit cooler. You're one cool dude.
Yeah, I'm a cool dude down here. I went out this morning, short sleeve shirt. When I went back in the house, put on a long sleeve shirt. It felt good. But it's quiet there this morning. It's nice morning. It's going to be a nice day. It's going to be a cool day. Going to have a good time of day. You go out at 12 o'clock. That's lunch out here at the schoolhouse, and then 2:30 have the singing started out. The second annual Dan Pageant Music Festival out there. So we're going to have a good time today. And not a whole lot happened. That's the city park. I had 2 medical calls. All they quieted down after the hurricane came through, or the storm, whatever it was. But things are quiet this morning. Just nothing happened. We just sit back and enjoy an extra cup of coffee. Well, we have birthday today. Tammy Cole, she's having one, and Gail Taylor, she's having a birthday today. And Judy and Charles Geddes, they're having the anniversary today, and also Karen and Brian Willetts having one. And tomorrow, Jessica Fagan's having a birthday, and also Lee Danner's having one. And Kenny and Tammy Greer, they're having a big anniversary tomorrow. So all the girls and boys have a great day. Enjoy their special day. And Jay, nothing else happening down here, brother. You have a great day up there. Have a good weekend. We'll talk to you next time.
Hey, Luther, quick question for you. I know they're having the Dan Pageant Day today. Do they still have the Fiddlers and Bluegrass Convention, too?
Yes, sir. It will be the last Saturday before Thanksgiving.
That'll be next month.
It'll be next month.
Okay, I didn't know if they now. I think it's great that they've added Dan Pageant Day because this is just a lot of fun. But the Fiddlers Bluegrass Convention, that is a really good event as well.
Yeah, we've had it for about 25 years now.
Yeah.
24, 25. Yeah, that'll be the last Saturday before Thanksgiving.
Yep.
We get it later. We enjoy music 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy it October and November both.
Okay. Any big plans for the weekend?
Have no big plans. Just go out to the music festival and go to church. That's about all
Yeah, I hope there's some good food involved, too.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have a good dinner out there. Let's serve dinner at 12 o'clock today. Have barbecue dinner out there. So I'm going out to get. Already have a ticket for it, so I'll be out there to take care of that.
All right. Well, Luther, it's good talking to you. Have a good weekend.
All right, you have a great time, too. Take care.
That's Luther Sweet Thing Gillikin reporting in this morning from Ellenboro. 13 minutes before 8 o'clock, and it gives me some time to open up the telephone lines, and we'll entertain your birthdays, anniversaries this morning. If you know somebody who is celebrating a birthday or an anniversary today, Saturday, October 13th, or tomorrow, Sunday, October 14th, I would like to find out about it so that I can broadcast it and let everybody else know about it as well. From the names that are called in this morning, we'll pick a name at random. That person will win a $5 gift certificate good at the Mi Pueblito Mexican restaurants. So I'm going to reach over, hit a couple of buttons, and telephone lines will be open at 287-3356. 287-3356. Who is celebrating a birthday or an anniversary this weekend?
sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship. The mate was a mighty sailing man, the skipper brave and sure. 5 passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour. The weather started getting rough, the tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the minnow would be lost. The minnow would be lost. The ship's aground on the shore of this uncharted desert isle, with Gilligan, the skipper too, the millionaire and his wife, the movie star, the professor and Mary Ann, here on Gilligan's Island.
Wow, my phone has been ringing off the wall. A lot of folks celebrating this weekend. Let's take a look first of all at our Gilkey Ruatan calendar. And it looks like Jennifer Selvey has a birthday today. Also, birthday greetings go out to Lily Camp and to Stephanie Ford. And then tomorrow, on the Gilkey Ruatan calendar for tomorrow, we have a birthday for Kennedy Leo and a wedding anniversary tomorrow for Ricky and Lori Hauser. I have a lot of birthdays that have been called in this morning. Let's take a look. In the Chase community, celebrating her 13th birthday today, happy birthday to Braylon Morrow. In Ellenboro today, 57 years young, happy birthday to Robin Roop. In Cliffside, celebrating her 11th birthday, birthday greetings going out to Alexis Ivanich. Lives over in the Morningstar Road area near Highway 221. He is celebrating his 58th birthday today. Happy birthday, Mike Jones. Celebrating tomorrow over in the Tanners Grove area, 24th birthday for Gregory Short. And guess what? He is getting married today. Double whammy on this weekend for Greg Short. Getting married today, birthday tomorrow. In the Oakland community, happy birthday to Lib Sinclair. Todd White is celebrating today, lives up in Union Mills. Also happy birthday to Sadie Wilson. And celebrating his 18th birthday today from Ellenboro, happy birthday to Jonathan Newton. A lot of folks celebrating on this 13th, 14th of October.
Today's hits and yesterday's memories, WCAB Rutherfordton.
All right, it is time to reach over and find out who is going to win that $5 gift certificate good at Mi Pueblito Mexican restaurants, home of lots of great food. And I reach over and I have selected the name of Robin Roop. Robin Roop, turning 57, lives in Ellenboro. Happy birthday, Robin. We'll have that gift certificate here at the Radio Studios on Whiteside Road. Stop by in the next day or two, pick that up, and enjoy that great food at Mi Pueblito.
Happened to journalist Jamal Khashoggi, who disappeared after walking into Saudi Arabia's consulate in Istanbul, Turkey, on October 2nd. The Washington Post reported that Khashoggi, a fierce Saudi critic, was murdered at the consulate, while Turkish officials have recordings to prove it. BBC Turkey correspondent Mark Lowen is in Istanbul with how Turkey may have gotten those tapes.
There are conflicting theories as to how the Turks got recordings from inside the Saudi consulate. One idea is that Turkey bugs diplomatic missions here. So if that is the case, then it would be highly embarrassing for Turkey, so they wouldn't want to admit that clearly.
Emergency officials said they hoped to complete a more careful inspection of thousands of ruined buildings in Mexico Beach, Florida, Saturday, as the search for victims of Hurricane Michael continues. Search and rescue teams found a body in the Florida Panhandle town nearly wiped out by Michael, bringing the storm's death toll to at least 17. After a delay because of Tropical Storm Michael, the North Carolina State Fair with fun, food, rides, and agriculture exhibits is underway in Raleigh. State Agriculture Commissioner Steve Troxler says it has been a trying period for those involved in putting on the fair.
We hope people come out and join us and enjoy what the State Fair is. You know, it's been, for us in the department, it has been a really intense 5 weeks dealing with Hurricane Florence. And all the time trying to get ready for a state fair.
A North Carolina couple on the run from drug charges for nearly 19 years is in custody after law officers tracked them down to a beach resort in western Mexico. U.S. Marshals Service said Friday that agents last week arrested 61-year-old Robert Edward Freer and his wife, 52-year-old Wendy DeHaven Freer. You're listening to NCN News.
Will Democrats break Republican supermajorities in the North Carolina General Assembly? Will this year's election change the course of the state Supreme Court? What about all those constitutional amendments on the ballot? Carolina Journal will help you answer those questions. Available each month as a free newspaper, every day online at carolinajournal.com. Carolina Journal, your #1 source for government news that affects you. Visit carolinajournal.com today.
Nothing could be finer than being at the North Carolina State Fair. So come to the fair and stop by the North Carolina Peanut Growers booth in the Carr Scott Building. Get a free sample of North Carolina peanuts and discover how eating peanuts can help prevent birth defects, reduce the risk of heart disease, and even help you lose weight. Come to the North Carolina State Fair now through the 22nd in Raleigh. This message brought to you by North Carolina's peanut farmers who are busy harvesting this year's crop of delicious, heart-healthy, cholesterol-free peanuts.
A woman is being accused of getting $5,000 worth of Botox in her face at a spa in Los Angeles, but then leaving without paying. KCBS TV reporter Peter Dott has the story.
When the time came for her to pay, she did a strange turnaround before claiming she left her wallet in the car and had to go get it.
When she walked out, I was pretty sure that she's not coming back.
And she was right. The credit card the woman provided was fake. Pachenik says in the 7 years they've been in business, no customer has ever walked off without paying before.
The chancellor of the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill has apologized for the school's history of slavery, adding that her words must lead to purposeful action. Chancellor Carol Folt issued the apology Friday during the celebration of UNC Chapel Hill's 225th anniversary. The apology comes as Folt and other school officials must decide whether to restore the Confederate statue known as Silent Sam to its original location in the campus's main quad. Governor Roy Cooper and state emergency management officials briefed the media Friday morning on the aftermath of Tropical Storm Michael, which lashed North Carolina on Thursday with drenching rain, flash flooding, and powerful winds. NCDOT Secretary Jim Trogdon says debris has closed almost 360 roads.
Weather is great, which is going to help us. However, travel will be hazardous today because of those closures, because of the debris that's still in the roadway. And we do anticipate with rising water in the Yadkin River Basin, we may get some additional roads closed due to flooding today due to the rising waters from the Yadkin River.
Prince's surviving family members are asking President Donald Trump to stop using the late rock star's music at campaign rallies. Prince's Purple Rain has frequently been on Trump's playlist at recent rallies, including last week in South.
Today's hits and yesterday's memories, WCAB Rutherfordton.
From ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. The death toll following Hurricane Michael now stands at 17. Florida's Panhandle, where Michael made landfall just shy of a Category 5 hurricane, is facing a massive recovery effort in the wake of Hurricane Michael. ABC's Will Carr is in Destin, Florida, where survivors are speaking out about riding out the storm.
This morning, we're hearing from hurricane survivors who tell us they wish they could have left Panama City when they could have. John Pendulo, like so many others, chose to ignore evacuation orders and ride out the storm. But when it got really bad, he had to grab his dog Rosie and then race into the closet of a bedroom. That's where he rode out the storm for about 2 hours. He says it was a harrowing ordeal. He relied on his faith, and he's amazed that both he and his dog were not killed.
President Trump says he plans to call Saudi's king, quote, at some point to discuss the alleged killing of journalist and Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi. He walked into a Saudi consulate in Istanbul, Turkey, October 2nd, and reports say he hasn't been seen since. ABC's Julia McFarlane has more on reports that he was killed inside.
According to the Washington Post, Turkish officials claim that they have proof, audio and video recordings of the murder inside the consulate. The Post quoting a source saying, "You can hear his voice and the voices of men speaking Arabic. You can hear how he was interrogated, tortured, and then murdered."
American pastor Andrew Brunson has been released from Turkey and is expected to arrive in Washington today. He's scheduled to meet with President Trump. ABC's Tara Palmieri is in Washington with more on accusations that Brunson faced.
Andrew Brunson, an evangelical pastor from North Carolina, was convicted by a Turkish court who accused him of spying and aiding terrorists. Brunson and U.S. officials deny those charges. The pastor celebrating the end of his 24-month detention by kissing the American flag after touching down in Germany.
ABC's Tara Palmieri. You're listening to ABC News.
To experience relief from muscle cramps and soreness, use TheraWorks Relief. This fast-acting foam is proven to prevent and relieve foot and leg cramps. Get TheraWorks Relief today in the pain relief aisle at Walmart, CVS, Rite Aid, and Walgreens pharmacies or TheraWorksRelief.com.
Okay, so where do more Americans turn first in the morning to start their day? Go on, tell them, Robin.
Good morning, America.
George.
Good morning, America.
Lara.
Good morning, America.
So, take it from Robin.
Put some good in your morning.
With ABC's Good Morning America.
It's time to join the millions of people using Zoom video conferencing. Turn any size conference room, huddle room, or executive office into a Zoom room with flawless HD video, crystal clear audio, and instant wireless sharing. It'll even work with your existing hardware. Start your meetings with a single touch or use Zoom's new voice command feature. Hey Zoom, start meeting. Huddle happy. Visit zoom.us to set up your free Zoom room trial today. That's zoom.us. Zoom video conferencing.
At a rally in New Lebanon, Ohio, the president also supported GOP candidates yesterday ahead of the midterm elections, telling the crowd his policies are helping boost the U.S. steel industry.
Several thousand of the president's supporters came to hear good news, and Mr. Trump said his foreign steel import taxes are delivering it.
All across Ohio, steel mills are reopening.
While some plants are restarting production, U.S. Steel says they have not announced any new steel mills. Andy Field, ABC News.
Something more came out of Friday night's game, one of the National League Championship Series. The Milwaukee Brewers beat the Los Angeles Dodgers. That's 12 games in a row for Milwaukee, the magic number for a promotion at a local restaurant chain.
It's a generations-long promise from the 30 Milwaukee area George Webb restaurants. A 12-game Brewers win streak means free burgers. It's happened only once before, 1987. One free burger per person for 8 hours. Brewers manager Craig Counsell earlier Friday.
It's hard to believe that it's never happened since then. I guess it's a pretty good streak.
Counsell seems to know journalists.
I mean, free hamburgers is free hamburgers. I mean, you all will be there, so it's
In 87, they gave away 187,000. Chuck Severson, ABC News.
No winners for last night's Mega Millions drawing, worth an estimated $548 million. That means Tuesday's Mega Millions jackpot will be a whopping $654 million. This is ABC News.
Results not typical. Do you owe the IRS more than $10,000 in personal or business taxes and you can't afford to pay? Get tax representation, the industry experts with negotiating with the IRS with an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. Call today and the IRS will be contacted the same day, putting a stop to bank levies and wage garnishments. Call the tax representation hotline at 800-556-7089. 800-556-7089. That's 800-556.
WCAB, Rutherfordton.
North Carolina Tractor